The most magical time of year. Short men making toys in a sweatshop and fat bearded men breaking into your home. That's right, it's Christmas on Exploiting Nostalgia.
Merry Christmas, everybody! It is the most joyous time of year. I am currently sitting alone in my apartment with no decorations, no Christmas music playing, and nothing Christmassy around me whatsoever. That's okay because I'm feeling the holiday spirit. I'm actually flying home this Christmas. I moved to a city all by myself recently, 4 months ago, give or take, and I don't know anybody out here. I don't know anything. Well, I didn't know anything before I moved out here, that's just who I am. But now, Christmas is feeling extra special this year because I'm flying home to see my family, which I'm very excited about. You're listening to Exploiting Nostalgia, XNOS, episode 5. We got some guests coming up. Cole from the last episode, if you enjoyed him, he is back, as well as Robert, his third time appearing on the show. Now, without further ado, let's go hunt some reindeer.
Games, toys, shows, and all the retro things I know. Exploiting nostalgia.
Hey, look, a reindeer. Got him! Christmas on Exploiting Nostalgia.
Back in the Halloween episode, I really made it clear how much I love Halloween, but I don't want to let Halloween overshadow how much I really do love Christmas. It is such a magical time of year. I would call it the most nostalgic time of year. I've been experiencing Christmas since I was born. Basically, it's like the longest running memory I have. Every year in December, it's Christmas. So I would consider it the most nostalgic time of year, which is very fitting for a podcast dedicated to talking about nostalgia. And you can't do that without touching on Christmas traditions. I've got a few, I'm sure you do as well. One of the big ones is there's a movie me and my brother would watch when we were younger. A movie that nobody seems to know about. Well, I mean, they know the story because it's A Christmas Carol, but it's the 1997 Christmas Carol with Whoopi Goldberg and Tim Curry.
Coming to video this holiday season.
A Merry Christmas to everybody!
It's an all-new animated musical version of everyone's favorite holiday classic, A Christmas Carol.
I am the ghost of Christmas present.
Tell me a tale about Christmas that's brimming with fun and good cheer. Tell me a tale to bring laughter and maybe the hint of a tear.
This heartwarming family movie stars the voices of Whoopi Goldberg,
I bet you've never had a guest like me before.
Ed Asner,
I've come to warn you.
Michael York,
I give you Mr. Scrooge.
Tim Curry as Scrooge,
Humbug!
and features original music and songs.
Oh, he never quite saw such a sight as Santa's sooty suit.
A Christmas Carol is sure to delight the entire family, and it's coming directly to video just in time for the holidays.
A song about Christmas. Sing me a song of love.
A Christmas Carol.
It's animated a lot like an old school Disney movie, and I love it. One, Tim Curry voices Scrooge, which is perfect to me, and two, it's just a perfect telling of the story, in my opinion. It's funny, it's sad, it's joyous, it's a musical, actually. I love the songs from it. There's one song called Random Acts of Kindness, which is just my jam. It's a shame that's not on Spotify or anything, because I love that song. I watch that movie every year, because when we were kids, me and my brother, every year we would watch it with, we'd make Turtles Hot Chocolate, sit in the basement and watch it on our 32-inch CRT. It was a really special memory. We'd also make arts and crafts back then. Like, we made snow globes out of jam jars, those pop-up Christmas cards where you'd open them and they, like, a Christmas gift pops out. Those were really fun. That was all my brother's ideas, and I was just there. I was just there participating because it was something that me and my brother would do together. And regularly throughout the year, we kept our distance. He's older than me. Most of the time he wanted nothing to do with me, but Christmas, there's something about it. It's just that special time of year that would bring us together, and we would do so many little, cute little things together. We'd play with our Beanie Babies in the basement. We had this book that I made out of a Rice Krispie box. I stapled a bunch of papers together, and then for some reason used the Rice Krispie box cover I cut out the front of it and used that as the front of the book. I don't know why. I could have just used another sheet of paper. I can't explain that, but we would draw like little Christmas drawings in it every year. I think we would add one a year. We still have that book hanging out somewhere, which is pretty cute to me. I love that. We would pretend we were polar bears called Koi and Hoy. I don't know how that started. I think that was his thing. It really had no significance. Like, we were just pretty much just for the month of December, we would call ourselves Koi and Hoy instead of Brady and Brandon. I don't know why. Kids, I guess. It's just how it was. Anyway, I watch that version of A Christmas Carol every year, and I never get sick of it. It's one of my favorites. I also watch Home Alone 1 and 2 every year, but that's not really something I intentionally go out of my way to do. It's just always on TV every year, so we end up watching it, and I don't have a problem with it. Those are like my favorite classic Christmas films, like most people. We have a few other family traditions. The Christmas Carol, that's more a me thing, but you know, my whole family, we have a candy dish that we fill every year with like Lindors and whatever we can find, honestly. We put those colored sour watermelon things in it one year. Those are terrible. Those are not good. They stayed in that candy dish all year till next Christmas because nobody wanted to eat them. Oh, speaking of candy, actually, when I was younger, we would take a ornament. It was tradition we would take an ornament off of my grandparents' Christmas tree every year. We get to pick one, bring it home, and add it to our tree. And one year, they had this Bob the Builder. Keep in mind, I was like 6. They had this Bob the Builder chest, like a little treasure chest that you'd open, and it was Bob the Builder themed. Anyway, we put those Christmas chocolate balls that are like silver and gold, kind of like Hershey's Kisses, but not nearly as good, much cheaper. We put like a bunch of those in that chest. And keep in mind, this is when I was like 6 years old. I am now 23, going on 24, and we still have those Christmas balls in that chest. I can't imagine they taste good at this point. That was 14 years ago? 16 years ago? 17 years ago. Oh my, I can do math. Wow. That's crazy. There are so many little things that stick out to me from Christmas. Like, I could go on and on and on about it, but I don't want to just talk your ear off. I'm not that interesting to listen to. So I got Robert and Cole on the show today to talk about some of their Christmas memories and things that are significant to them about the holiday season. So here they are.
Merry Christmas. Your rent is due.
What's the best Christmas gift you guys ever got? Like, ever? In your lifetime?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that is a good, yeah.
I have to really think through all my repressed memories now.
Christmas is like your favorite holiday. Why are you repressing your memories?
Cause I grew up poor. That's why I repress my Christmas memories.
Cole, you are poor.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I used to be young and poor, but after years of hard work, I'm no longer young.
After years of making films and pursuing my dream, I can assure you I'm eating corn.
Yeah, you're literally eating plain corn out of the can right now with nothing else.
You're living the filmmaker dream. Or the college student dream, but without the college. Speaking of corn, one year for Christmas, I got a popcorn machine. I think I still have that. It actually worked really well.
Like one of those little novelty ones?
Yeah, it was like a little red and white one. Like classic 60s coloring kind of stuff, shiny red, and it was just this little popcorn machine. You'd plug it in, and then, you know, in 2 minutes you had popcorn. It was way cooler than putting it in the microwave. Like, you actually had to buy the kernels and you had to pour them in there, and it was like, damn.
Did it taste better?
I mean, I don't think there was really much of a difference. It's science. It just warmed it up, but it was cool because then you could pour like butter on it and stuff. You didn't have to.
Did you guys ever have that like family member that only ever gave like extremely practical gifts?
Most of my Christmas was just my immediate family.
You don't have like extended family Christmases or anything like that?
Well, they all live in South Dakota or Nebraska.
Oh, so I'd be more likely to have a Christmas with your family than you.
Yeah, you could be like a surrogate son.
I can fill that role.
I think so.
I want you to think about the Christmas gift question, but in the meantime, how did you guys do Christmas gifts? Like, did you write a letter to Santa and then mail it? Or did you know your parents bought you the gifts? How did that work for you?
I made a Christmas list, and usually, I mean, when I was really young, I think my parents said we were mailing it to Santa, but let's be real, right? And then obviously, when you're old enough, you kind of realize it, but you're just like you're into Santa because you want to be, but you know it's not. Like, there's no, like, but you want it to, but there's not. But you try anyways.
When I was younger, I mean, like for a good amount of time, I did believe in Santa.
You would. Out of the three of us, you would be the kid who believed in Santa.
I mean, like your parents tell you stuff, and it's like, oh, well, they're my parents. I gotta believe them.
Sure.
But then it started to kind of like piece it together, where I was like, damn, Santa really do be having the same wrapping paper that I saw my parents buy a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys a fun story?
Sure.
I was like, there was a point in my life where I was like super obsessed with like Santa, and they had a website where you could like track Santa.
They still do.
They still do. And in the early days, like a while ago, this is probably 10 years ago, I would like stay up super late and like go out to the living room and like turn on the family computer, like behind my parents' backs while they're sleeping, like trying to track Santa, like Christmas Eve, like evening, like it's like we're gonna be opening presents in the morning. I was up like so late, I just couldn't sleep. Like I was like, man, freaking Santa, why are there presents under the tree already? What in the world? I was so excited. I opened one up too early in the middle of the night and realized what I did. So I had to wake my sister up to sneak into my parents' room and grab wrapping paper and rewrap the gift so we wouldn't get in trouble in the morning.
Wow.
You opened a gift. You had the balls to open a gift in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how like anxious I was.
I could have never done that.
I did it and I was like, oh my God, what did I do?
On top of that, you knew how to wrap a gift?
My sister did. That's why I woke my sister up.
Oh.
Felt like my heart was pumping. Just trying to reach across my parents' open door to grab a thing of wrapping paper. It was like right there. And like it was the easiest thing to do. And it's an arm reach away. But when you're a kid, you just fucked up like that. Like that's not even that bad of a fuck up, but you feel really bad about it.
Could they tell?
No, I told them years after. They had no idea for a while.
Wow.
What was the gift you opened? What did you get?
It was like a Nerf basketball hoop with like a ball. You know, like one that you put on your door.
Yeah.
I've always wanted those.
It was pretty cool.
Those are classic.
I love Nerf stuff. Even like the off-brand, like non-blaster Nerf stuff has always been great.
To go back to Brandon's question, we didn't do like a letter to Santa. It was we had like this little, we still have it. It's like this little green metal. I don't really know what it is. It's like a scroll thing. And we make a list and then we roll it up and we put it in there and then poof, it's fucking like it's gone the next day, and you can like we hang it on the tree when we get it. And that's kind of how we did it. We just made a list and then it disappeared, and then I was like, oh shit. Magic.
That's different. I've never heard of that before.
I still even did it like later, like even after I figured out that like Santa wasn't real and it was my parents and magic isn't real and life sucks. I still just like when I did my lists, I put them in there. Did you guys, after, you got past the age where like Santa wasn't real, did you put gifts out periodically as you wrapped them, or did you wait until that like night before and then they all were there the next day magically?
My family's weird. We don't do things the way everybody else does them, and I still don't fully understand why. I know part of it. When we were younger, we had we had our main Christmas with my family, like my immediate family, and then we'd have a big gathering with my dad's side and a big gathering with my mom's side. But we would do those after Christmas. So the one on my dad's side would be always on Christmas Day. So we'd wake up and then go drive 45 minutes to my grandparents, and then we'd have, like the big family gathering there. And then the day after, which is Boxing Day in Canada, we would do my mom's side.
Brandon, me and you live very similar lives.
Yeah, like that's just how we did things, which meant because we spent most of the day at my grandparents on the 26th and 25th, we did everything Christmas related on Christmas Eve.
Same.
Wow.
We would do Christmas dinner.
Same.
We would even open presents Christmas Eve. That's just how it worked for us.
Christmas Day, I'm always traveling somewhere else.
Is that just a Midwest thing? Or are you guys just outliers?
Well, my parents' family, where they met, both of their extended families mostly live in that town, and it's only like an hour and a half away. So every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, like we're always driving up there because we can hit both sides of the family in the same place.
Wow.
Which is really convenient, but small town cousin fucking. That's kind of what you get.
That's the vibe. Merry Christmas.
And a happy Hanukkah.
Have sex with your sister.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. My parents, I don't think they ever really did the Santa thing. Do you have Sears in America? Or is that just a Canadian thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so back when Sears was around, they would get the Sears catalog every year with all the stuff in it, and you'd mark the codes down. Anyway, we didn't do letters or anything. My parents were just always open that, yeah, we're the ones buying you these gifts. Like, there's no Santa. They wouldn't like say that so directly. They would use the word Santa, but they were so clear about it that like Santa is an alias for me and your dad. Like, that's just how it was. So we would go into the Sears catalog and write down all the things we want with the codes, make a list, and then my parents would pick stuff off of it.
Yeah, my parents, they always said it was like half of the presents would be from mom and dad, and then half of them would be from Santa.
Oh, I knew families who did that, yeah.
I think I did that a little bit too.
I feel like that just works a lot better too, rather than having all the gifts be Santa, because it kind of makes you understand a little bit earlier that your parents are putting work into getting you stuff, not just some random dude.
Some random fat guy from across the world.
Well, I think my parents wanted to be clear that like they're working for this stuff, you know? Like,
yeah. Right.
Things don't just come to you for free, like with the idea of Santa. So to answer Robert's question, all of our gifts would just kind of show up under the tree at some point. Like, we didn't do it since we opened them Christmas Eve. Like, at some point in December, they were just under the tree.
All of them at once.
It was the same with my family. Sometimes it would trickle. Other times they would just all show up.
What I would do was, once they were under the tree, I would relentlessly beg. Like, I was the most obnoxious kid, and like, I swear once every year I got to open one gift early because of how fucking annoying I was.
Every year I at least got to open one gift early. Like, I mean, usually we would wake up on Christmas morning and do most of the gifts then and then travel, but I could always convince my parents to at least do one present on Christmas Eve.
I usually did have one gift that I could open on Christmas Eve when I was younger, and it was just like a different, like, stuffed animal every single Christmas Eve, because then I could have that to help me go to sleep.
I think that was probably what a big reason my parents would do. They would give it like a couple days early to let me open a gift, just so like I would calm the hell down.
Yeah, they were like, don't worry, you have gifts. They're here. Here's a little baby one.
Oh, hey, did you do the classic milk and cookies thing?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Like, you had to. Like, we didn't even open gifts on Christmas morning, but we would still leave milk and cookies out.
Like, once all of us knew that Santa wasn't, like, that stopped entirely.
Fuck, man, I want the cookies.
We didn't believe Santa was a thing but like, we would leave them out specifically for my dad because we knew he was the one eating them.
See, my family would like make a batch of cookies on Christmas Eve, and for the people that still believed in Santa, we'd make them, have a couple, and then sit them down and be like, okay, all right, and then those kids would go to bed. Everybody else would stay up. So when I finally believed that Santa was real, I got to stay up a little bit later and help Santa eat the cookies.
Oh. Me and my brother would make the cookies because my brother liked doing it, and we made these god-awful sugar cookies that were the driest. Like, you were basically eating sand. They were not good. But we made them every year, and my dad would always have to eat them. And in retrospective, it's super funny because they were so bad. I can just picture him at 3 o'clock in the morning, dragging his ass out of bed, going downstairs to the Christmas tree and chewing on these dry-ass cookies.
Just desperately trying to finish all of them.
There wasn't enough milk in the world to make those go down smooth.
I feel like at some point he probably just started sliding them into like the trash can.
He might have.
Just like, I can stomach one, maybe two, but the rest of these gotta go.
Because we leave like a platter of them.
Okay, so my best gift, so before what is currently my best gift, and this is kind of cheating because my parents are helping pay for half of my cat that I'm about to get. That's a part of my Christmas gift, and that's probably the best one that I've gotten so far because it's like...
It's a cat.
It's a living thing.
Real side question. I have a quick side question about this cat.
Are they going to put it in a box and stick it under your tree for Christmas morning?
I think they should. Is that covering like all of the expenses, or is the cat itself just really expensive there?
So it's not even the cat that's expensive. The cat itself is going to cost $5.
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
it's the the pet deposit that I have to pay that's expensive for my apartment.
That is lame.
That's where most of the money goes.
Cats, yeah, because like you should not pay more than. I wouldn't pay anything for a cat. You can get cats for free
steal one.
everywhere.
Like a litter box is cheap, litter is cheap, food is cheap, toys
I think
are
the only
cheap.
thing really is like a cat tree is not that cheap.
But if you get a nice one, it'll last you for a long time. So even in retrospect, cat trees are cheap.
Fair point.
Anyways, before that, which is right, because that's being whatever my old one was being overthrown by my new current gift because I'm getting the cat. But before that, before this was happening, my favorite gift that I got is probably my first camera.
Oh, that checks out.
I got that as a Christmas gift. So it was kind of perfect. Like it was just great. I mean, if you listen to the last episode of Exploiting Nostalgia, you know, we went into great detail of why, you know, creating was such a big deal.
That was a big one for me too. I don't know if I can call it my favorite one. It was really up there though. It was that stupid 240p Sony camcorder.
Yeah, because that was like, but that shit was revolutionary back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just having your own camera was crazy.
I don't think there was ever actually a Christmas or even like a birthday where I got a camera. I think it's because like a lot of the stuff that I was doing as a kid didn't really require one. It was like webcams that I was buying, and then when I did actually want a camera, I was just like, I just found one. Legitimately, it was just somewhere, and I was like, that's a camera on the ground, so I took it.
Yeah, I don't know why I had such a huge interest in cameras, but like
they're cool.
I did not have a huge interest in cameras. What I specifically wanted and I thought was cool was camcorders. Specifically, the idea that you could flip out the screen and it would turn around, and like I saw it in video games and TV shows, and that was to me what a video camera is.
Well, and that's what it feels like too. Well, and I guess in my mind, I was thinking of the same thing. It was camcorders that I was thinking of, like a digital video camera. I was like, I want this so bad.
Like if you presented me with a camcorder and like a DSLR, and the DSLR was way better, I would have no interest in it back then. Like that would have meant nothing to me.
Yeah, same. Yeah, like I was, like the one, because that first camera that I got was a camcorder.
Yeah, Cole, yeah. If it's not a camera, then Robert, what was your best gift? The most memorable anyway.
My Christmas gifts would end up being like a video game console. Like those are the ones where that I remember a lot of. One of the best gifts that I got was, it was the year that the Xbox One came out, and I was like, damn, that's really cool. And I was just sitting there. I had my shitty gaming computer and a Wii that like I kind of used. I had 2 games for, and one of them was Club Penguin Game Day.
My first gaming computer was a Christmas gift.
Interesting.
That's a similar feel to like getting like a new console on Christmas.
Yeah, it was revolutionary because that Christmas I got an Xbox 360, and like I knew friends that had ones. They had like the original like that weird shaped one, the classic. So this was like years later, and then I finally got one.
Well, and that generation was when online was taking off, so I bet that was a huge reason why you got super into it, because you could play with all your friends.
Yeah, I spent so much time that Christmas and the day after just playing on it. I downloaded all of like the demo Xbox games. There was like Hydro Thunder, there was the Minecraft demo, but the game that it came with was Halo 4, and I played so much of that, even though I was horrible, because I was like, I play shooters on the computer. This is a shooter, and I had so much fun. And that was also the same year that I got the popcorn machine. But that's besides the point. That was like revolutionary, because then I really started to get into gaming on like consoles and stuff that wasn't just like free to play shitty games on my computer. So I started getting more Xbox 360 games. I met people who also had it, and I started playing with them.
It's when you became a true gamer.
A true gamer, yeah. Because then the next year I got an Xbox One, and that was like, holy shit, this is wild. And then it just kind of like spiraled from there. I feel like in terms of impact, that's probably the best gift I've gotten, because there's other gifts that are like bigger, but I don't think they have as big of an impact as that. I don't remember if the Wii that I got as a kid if that was a Christmas gift or if that was like a birthday gift. I don't remember how I even got that.
I got my Nintendo DS on Christmas.
I think I got a 2DS one Christmas, or maybe that was my birthday.
I remember trying really hard to hint to my parents that I really wanted one, because it was like a year or two after I figured out Santa wasn't real. And I made a Lego DS, and I was like, guys,
it's right in front of you. The signs cannot be clear.
And then I got a DS. I was like, holy shit, it worked.
This man needs a Nintendo dual screen.
I never got a console for Christmas.
Really?
Ever. Well, that's not true. One year I did, and that might be my best gift ever. But like, I got a lot of games one year, and that's one of my more memorable gifts. But I was never aware of upcoming consoles up until the Wii U. I knew when the Wii U came out, but before that, like, I had no perception of when consoles were being released or what the new consoles were. I just knew that I had an N64, my friend Mackenzie had a GameCube, my friend Zach had a Wii. I didn't know, I could tell which ones were newer, but I didn't know when things came out. So I never asked for things at Christmas because I just didn't understand it.
I was on the internet a lot as a kid, so I was inadvertently like keeping up. I was like, I knew.
I mean, I was too. I think the DS as a child was the only one I watched because I like maybe saw a commercial or two that really stuck out, or I might have had a friend that like, you know, showed me that or something.
Yeah, the commercials do it.
That the DS stands out as a console that I did follow because it wasn't until the fucking PS4 and the Xbox One that I started like paying attention to console releases, and they didn't just like come out of the blue, and like I'm like finding myself like, wait, a new console came out a year ago? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the one I knew like when it was coming out. I knew stuff about it, and then I was there like when it dropped, and I was like, damn, that would be so cool. Now it's collecting dust in a box.
I can understand why that's your most memorable. When you get a new console when you're younger, that is like opening a whole new ass world for you. Like, I remember getting my GameCube for my birthday, used in the middle of the Wii's life, so the thing was already irrelevant. I had 2 games for the thing, but having a new console that wasn't my N64 felt like a whole new world was opened up to me. I could play new Mario games I'd never played before, new Zelda games I'd never played before, a new Smash Bros game, new Pokemon. Like, it was magical.
Yeah. I feel like with the newer consoles, like especially, at least to me, because it's like a kid gets that, and like nowadays there's so much that you can do with just what you get, because there's all those free games, a bunch of random stuff, and it feels like this just monumental device where it's like, this can do anything.
Basically what it comes down to. Now, if I got the PS5 now, like, it'd be cool, but I wouldn't, like, it would not be nearly the same as it would when I was like 10.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be playing it every day for a week, and then I'd go to school and be like super excited to come home. And
no, like, it'd be like, oh, okay, I have a PS5 now, cool. Like, that's all that. It doesn't really mean that much to me anymore.
Yeah,
right.
Which is sad.
Yeah, man, that is sad.
Getting old.
I think it was the fourth grade. It was like a couple years before my parents separated. We stopped doing anonymous gifts, like where we would open the Sears catalog, pick things, and then my parents would, you know, buy things at random, and then we'd open it up on Christmas and be like, whoa. We started to just, my parents would give me and my brother $200, and then we could go buy whatever we wanted, and then put it under the tree and open it on Christmas.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was how we shifted.
That does not sound fun.
No, it was actually fun because we'd make a day out of it. It was a different kind of fun, though. Like, the mystery was gone, which was a little disappointing, but we'd all go to like the city together as a family, and we'd all go to stores, and we'd
I don't know. I feel like even if they gave me the money, I would try to still be like I feel like instead of buying my own stuff, I'd take your brother's list, he takes yours, and then buy random shit for each other. Then you still don't know what you're getting.
I mean, we could do that, but we were just so excited about the idea of buying our own stuff. Like, we were into it, and we were on board. This way, we knew what we were getting. We wouldn't be disappointed. Like, we were in. I liked it at the time.
How long were those gifts under the tree?
Oh, we would do this in like November.
Wow.
So
wow.
We would buy all the stuff, put it under the tree, and we were not allowed to use it until Christmas.
I wouldn't be able to.
Actually, I found it easier. Like, it was still difficult, but like knowing what it was made it a lot easier to like, because the anticipation of opening it and not knowing what it is like That's what got me as a kid. When I knew what it was still really exciting, but I could handle it better.
That's completely, that kind of ruins it. I couldn't do that.
It was fine. I didn't mind it. Anyways, we did this one year, and we went to Microplay. And again, this was like in the middle of the Wii's life cycle, so they were selling a bunch of GameCube shit super cheap.
Microplay?
Microplay, it's like a video game movie rental place.
Oh, okay.
And we went down there. There's only one left near us, and we went there. I think they were actually closing, which is why everything was so cheap. And I bought, I think it was 17 games that year.
Wow.
So I got 17 new games for Christmas. And I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of them were dog water. Like, there was The Sims Herbs in the City. Shit. Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena.
Oh, that's a classic, though.
A classic. That's shit. American Chopper Full Throttle 2. Shit. I want to say like 70% of them are garbage.
When you get those games, though, on Christmas, it's like you have so much, and you know, when you're young, the games don't matter. It's a game.
Oh yeah, like you
do shit.
I didn't care. It didn't matter to me that, like, it didn't cross my mind that most of these games would be really bad. All I cared was I was getting 17 new games. I had never even come close to sit like at once. I was lucky to get one a year.
That's more than you know what to do with.
Yeah, like, it's so much to do.
Yeah. So I remember at Christmas Eve that year when I opened them all, I forgot which ones I grabbed. And I just immediately left the family, went to my room, and just started putting them all in and trying every single one of them. My family's like celebrating Christmas, and I'm just alone playing video games in my room.
That was me when I got that Xbox. I just sat in there and I was just doing it, downloading Halo and setting up Xbox Live, and I was in there for like the whole day.
Yeah, you were there for the whole week. Like, what else? Like, that's your whole life now.
Yeah. I don't want to go on my shitty gaming computer and play Minecraft in a tiny window at 10 frames per second. I want to play Halo.
Most of the games were shit, like 12 out of 17. But the 5 I think that I got that weren't were Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the 5th one, Kirby Air Ride.
Was the value of those games just like really low?
Super low.
At the time?
I think it was like the lowest point GameCube games ever were. And it didn't help that Microplay was shutting down, so they were just like blowing stuff out. So like, I didn't pay more than $10 a game.
That's a deal.
Wow.
It's crazy to me to think that I got like Twilight Princess for $10 at one point.
I was at a game shop recently and I saw Twilight Princess on the GameCube and it was like $70. I was like, wow. Am I buying a PS5 game?
GameCube, like, especially right now, GameCube stuff is just through the roof. Okay, so the best gift I ever got, and when I say best, I mean it was the most impactful, was my high school year. I was going through some stuff. I found out I couldn't drive, etc., etc. So I was like, it was one of the lower points in my life. And all of my friends that year, including my mom, all my friends went to my mom. I say all my friends. My buddy Logan and the girl I was interested in at the time found my mom at work, went to her office, and were like, we want to buy Brandon a Wii U for Christmas. There was like 10 of them, and then my mom. And they all chipped in, and they bought me a Wii U that year. And I will never forget that. I never had a group of friends that would do something like that for me. Like that would it. I get sad thinking about it because I don't feel like I expressed it well enough in the moment when they gave it to me. Like it was truly the most memorable thing ever.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I will never forget it. It was so cute. No one's ever done that for me before.
Yeah, and you would remember something like that because that's like a community of people coming together.
Like we had our little. They gave it to me on New Year's because we did a New Year's thing together, and then they all like brought out this gift. And they're like, here, Brandon. And they're all just standing there looking at me. And I'm like, why are you giving me this? Why did you all decide that you were all going to get something? Why didn't we all decide to get something for Logan? So just to be on the receiving end of that was the most like emotional thing ever.
Yeah.
That would be. Have you been a part of any gifts where you gave something with a group?
I feel like I had to have chipped in with people for some sort of gift at some point. But I can't pinpoint like a time that might have happened.
I've never done a big group thing like that, but the year after the Wii U thing happened, I spent $800 on gifts for all of them, and
Wow.
Wow.
How'd you have $800?
Well, I'd been working at the pizza place at the time. And admittedly, almost like half of that, I think it was like $300, went to only one person's gift, the girl I was interested in, because I got her this $300 signed baseball thing. I don't even remember what it was, but I wanted to get her something extra special because she like pioneered the thing, and I hadn't spent anything in the past few paychecks because I was like, I want to say thank you because that was the sweetest thing ever. So like I got my mom and we drove around, and they all live in like different neighboring towns, so we had to we spent like 4 or 5 hours just driving to all of their houses.
That's awesome.
Brandon, you're too cute. I'm so excited to meet you.
I mean, this was 4 years ago. I'm kind of an asshole now, but back then it was cute.
Yeah,
Shit,
you have gotten stingier. It's it's a Wii.
It was the pandemic.
A Brandon without a Wii U is a stingy Brandon. That's what made you whole of heart.
You were a lot better of a guy when I met you. I think just you knowing me has kind of like stained you.
I mean, if that means I can blame you, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the blame for that one.
Correlation does not equal causation. I don't know if I can agree with that.
Can we talk about the best part of Christmas, which is when you were a kid going to the grocery store on a random day in the winter and wandering into the video game section, and they're trying to sell consoles, so they have a console that you can play. So you go and you sit there and you play the demo in the store.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. That shit was fire.
I exclusively did that with the Wii U because that's the one that we had at our Target like down the street. I think now they have a little like Nintendo.
I remember playing the GameCube, like some fucking like snowboarding game. Oh my god.
There was something, even without the video game consoles, grocery stores, like everything actually at Christmas, hit different in December. They just did.
Yeah,
they do.
There's so much Christmas merchandise and little, like Target they have a whole cheap section and they just throw so many different Christmas items.
Well, I remember walking in and the store would be decorated half the time, depending on where you went. There'd be Christmas music playing. You'd smell all the Christmas chocolate and candy that they have out. Like, it was just a vibe.
Yeah. I really appreciate that at my work that we started playing Christmas music as soon as December started. Because granted, most of the music that plays in the store all the time is some white people JCPenney's ass like commercial music.
Sure.
It's horrible. So hearing Christmas music for my whole shift is very nice.
I do like Christmas music. Except when I was working at Rocco's Pizza, Damien would play the same Michael Bublé CD on loop all month.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much.
Too much Michael Bublé.
I do not put Bublé in my playlists because I will hear him everywhere else.
That's fair.
Guys, I have a hot take.
Oh, you're going to say that bullshit about you not liking any Christmas music.
I don't like Christmas music.
That is the hottest take.
That is so hot.
How can you universally hate all Christmas music?
In general, there are a couple songs. It's not like I'm going to, like, if someone turns it on, I'm going to turn it off. I'm saying, like, I'll listen to it, and I don't think it's bad music. I don't, like, seek out to listen to
It's not, like, amazing
Christmas
music, but, like, it's, like... It's the vibe.
But like I'd go to a Christmas concert and like hear people perform Christmas music.
There's Christmas concerts?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, in elementary school, every year we would have a play, and it would always be at Christmas, and it would always be Christmas themed.
Oh, we always had like a sing-along thing where everybody would get like a little brochure pamphlet thing with songs with all the lyrics, and then each grade would do a different song, and all the parents would show up. And
that's cute.
But Cole, okay. I am 100% sure that if Bo Burnham released a Christmas album, you would be all over that.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're probably right.
I will go as far as... We are on a podcast about nostalgia, and I will go as far as to say Christmas music is the number one most nostalgic music.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that.
For me, it's on par with like 2000s pop music that I would hear constantly on like the radio.
But somehow it feels older because it's connected to a holiday. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it just makes it feel like more enriched in tradition.
Well, like the reason I say it's the most nostalgic is because it's the music I've heard since birth. Like every year, even when I was like one and don't remember it, like I was hearing Christmas music. It's the earliest music I can like associate with.
Except for whatever that one fucking song was.
Oh, Auld Lang Syne.
Auld Lang Syne. Apparently you don't know what Auld Lang Syne is, and I don't understand.
That's not even a Christmas song.
Is
it's
that?
a New Year's song.
Doesn't matter. It's the same time of year.
Not a part of the discussion.
If you Google Christmas playlists, it will be in the Christmas playlists.
I've never seen that. My favorite thing is when modern artists release a Christmas song, because they do that, and it fits perfectly with the vibes of my Christmas playlist. It has that classic Christmas song sound.
Oh, yeah.
And it meshes. One of my favorite Christmas songs is last year's, the Jonas Brothers released a Christmas song. It's this really slow one. And it makes me very happy, sad.
Yeah, my girlfriend would disagree with me on this, but I really like sad Christmas music. Like that's the kind of, maybe not sad, but melancholy. Like really tame, mellow, orchestral violins and shit. Like that's what I want out of Christmas music.
I do like that. I have that in addition to more like upbeat stuff, because if I only listen to that, I'm just gonna get sad.
Oh yeah, like no, you do have to have a balance, but like generally what I associate more Christmas with is the moodier kind of.
But you can kind of bridge that by throwing a little Elvis in there.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think is the most overrated Christmas song? And if you guys both say All I Want for Christmas Is You, then we're gonna just say a different one, because that's obvious.
Okay, well, that's what I was literally just saying.
Yeah, I will say All I Want for Christmas With You, super festive edition featuring Justin Bieber, is the superior version, and anybody that disagrees is wrong.
Fuck.
What's your answer?
There's a few that like I really don't like. I don't like the Holy Night one.
Like Oh Holy Night?
Yeah. I don't like the Grinch song. I have zero connection to the Grinch.
Guys, I've got another hot take.
Cole coming out with the hot takes.
Little Drummer Boy is the worst Christmas song.
Whoa! No, it's not. Absolutely not.
Saying it's not top tier, fine. Saying it's the worst one, get out.
I'll accept saying, yeah, like if it's just in the middle somewhere, sure, that's fine. But to say it's the worst.
You guys, sometimes I am trolling and sometimes I'm not.
You said that so seriously. Are you serious or not?
He's taking it back because we got such a strong reaction.
Was that me taking it back though?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're being so undecisive. Bob Seger's version of Little Drummer Boy is one of my favorites. I love that song. Hold on, I'm looking through my Christmas playlist to find the most overrated. Because I like a lot of them. I like a lot of the ones that people don't talk about. Like I like God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. I like We Three Kings.
It's a lot of the ones that don't even know what you're talking about. I think Santa Baby's a bad song.
Santa Baby. You know what? I would agree with you on that. I don't love that song.
I never thought about listening to the main theme from Home Alone in my Christmas soundtrack, but our work started doing it, and I'm going to add that.
Oh, I put it in my playlist this year.
Baby, It's Cold. No, okay. Baby, It's Cold Outside is the worst.
That's wrong.
I think that one's fine.
I think it's fine.
It's about rape.
It's not about, like, okay, I don't want to get into that.
That's a whole nother argument.
It's a whole other conversation.
Guys, I don't support rape.
Well, good. You shouldn't.
Good, yeah,
Keep
sure.
that up. Well done.
Yeah.
The bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Our work does play that song, but it's not the original. I think the lyrics are changed a bit. I think the overall idea of the song is cute. Granted, you can take the lyrics and you can interpret it in certain ways, and it sounds a little weird.
I know what mine is. My least favorite Christmas song is Last Christmas.
Your least favorite Christmas song is Last Christmas by Wham? Granted, I don't think that's in my playlist, but I don't hate it. If it's on, I'm like, cool.
Like, I shouldn't say I hate it, but I don't vibe with it. Every time it comes on, like, I just tune it out because I just don't. I don't.
Because mine is either Let It Snow by Dean Martin, or Nat King Cole, the Christmas song, also up there, or I Need You Christmas by the Jonas Brothers, of course.
Probably Why So Serious by Hans Zimmer.
We've lost him.
Cole's the kind of person who Christmas morning he wakes up and plays the Hereditary soundtrack.
Yes.
I would.
Cole would be the kind of person to celebrate Christmas by watching The Dark Knight for the 27th time.
I can't pick a favorite. I love Joy to the World. I love Mary Did You Know. Like, I'm extremely attached to all the traditional, and I mean like the traditional Christian Christmas songs.
You do have some very interesting picks, like ones that aren't played as much, and I probably would never even consider.
I think that's a region thing. A lot of the Christmas music we listen to out here is like classic Christmas music.
Classic.
Like not just Santa Claus is Coming to Town and White Christmas and Let It Snow. Like I'm talking like classic, like Christian Christmas music, basically.
That's where it is.
It's a vibe. Do you know Go Tell It on the Mountain? I like that one.
A week
no.
ago at my church, a bunch of kids were singing that song, like Sunday school type shit, and like kids were screaming it. They weren't telling it to the mountain; they were yelling it to the mountain.
Go Yell It on the Mountain. Speaking of Christmas music, have you guys ever gone Christmas caroling?
Nope.
I have.
I've gone once. That is the most awkward event ever.
Yeah.
It is.
I think it'd be even more awkward now.
And for some reason, I want to do it again.
Do you? I mean, I'd kind of want to do it, but at the same time, like, you're just awkwardly standing in this guy's doorway, and he just clearly wants to leave. You're letting a breeze in. No one wants to be there.
No, yeah, it always sucks ass, but that's why you do it. It's easier to do it like in a town square. Like if you went to like a downtown and you'd like flash Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I think a flash mob Christmas Carol, that's the one. Because then you don't have people standing in the doorway, you have people honking at you and almost running you over, and I think that's more exciting.
Christmas isn't the same as an adult. Something I really miss is that when you're a kid, you go to school in December, and like the school is already decorated. All your assignments are kind of Christmas themed, depending on what class you're in. You're doing like Christmas arts and crafts. Recess, like it's winter. You go home and your house is decorated. Like everywhere you go, Christmas is there. I feel like as an adult, if I don't go out of my way to make Christmas happen, it'll be like it didn't exist.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's extremely true.
And I miss it.
I think that's part of why it's not magical anymore. Because like you have to work to make Christmas happen. It won't just be there.
You have to put in the effort.
Yeah. I had to go out and get my tree myself. And like our work isn't decorated at all. I go to community college, so fucking nothing's gonna be decorated. I do miss being in like high school, middle school, and elementary school, cause yeah, like you'd go there and everything would be decorated. There'd be Christmas events. We had Christmas Christmas dances. We had a Christmas rally in high school. Then after that, there was like a parade and everything, and it was like, damn. All of that is gone.
Exactly. Christmas surrounded you wherever you went. Now, like, it is December 20th. My apartment there's not a single Christmas thing in here. If I don't go to my way to do something, like, I could just blink and Christmas would be over and I never did anything.
Yeah, you could have just not done this episode.
I could have just not done this episode. Like, it's exactly that. And that's the number one thing that I feel like I don't get excited about Christmas anymore in the same way I used to because of that. Like, I have to work for it.
You have to put in the work.
Are you guys excited for this Christmas?
So this Christmas is a little bit special because I'm going home. Like I'm flying back to my hometown to spend it with my family. So that should be...
Oh yeah, that's gotta be new.
Yeah.
That actually is like a new experience and I am going out of my way to do a Christmas thing. So I'm hoping this year's gonna feel a little bit more special.
Yeah. I cannot tell. Like I'm excited like, you know, for the gift giving and to, you know, I have certain gifts that I want to give people and I'm like, oh, I'm excited for that. But like, I haven't watched a single Christmas movie. I've listened to the music and I've tried to like surround myself with that energy and it's just not hitting. And I just don't really know how excited I am, but I think I'm trying to give myself like a false perspective. I'm like, no, you are. You're excited.
No, you are.
You are. You are. You're not. It makes me sad. I couldn't tell if it was because I was getting older or if it was because of, you know, the past few years with like COVID has thrown everything off. So everything just kind of feels weird.
And sure, that's part of it.
I think it's a mix. I think it's a mix of it because I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Like last year's Christmas, I don't even remember what happened. It felt like nothing. The Christmas before that, it was Christmas. It felt like a Christmas. Before that, yeah. But like last one was just like,
well, last year was the middle of the pandemic.
Well, yeah, that was like, it was like nothing. This year, actively trying to do a little more.
Sure, I'm not saying I don't feel anything towards Christmas anymore, but not having those events that are set up for you just ahead of time, like that, like your big Christmas pep rallies at school, right? Just stuff like that not being there just automatically kind of takes a lot away.
Yeah, if you want to do a Christmas event, you have to go and find one in your city that is going on. Like we have Christmas things that go on. We have like a whole like show and everything, but do I really want to go out and spend my time doing that? Or do I want to stay home and work on our modded Minecraft server.
Even in our Minecraft server, we're not doing anything Christmassy.
Well, that's because it just takes up so much fucking materials. I mean, we're
We
barely.
have the resources.
Well,
for
and
that.
didn't you guys just start?
That is true. We just started, but we have put a decent amount of work in. Brandon was up till 5 a.m.
I was up till 5 a.m. and I regret nothing.
It looks good,
I think I might pull an all-nighter myself tonight, boys.
but I think you need a Christmas tree in there.
That's a good example. Even like video games now, if I want to do something Christmassy, I feel like I have to work towards it. In Club Penguin, I would just log on in 2005 and Coins for Change would be happening.
Yeah.
Well, you used to be able to log into Special Force Soldier Front 2, and it'd just be Christmassy.
Yeah, that was probably the thing. Besides the school stuff, mandatory, you go there and it's like, oh shit, there's Christmas things. That was probably like one of the biggest things that influenced my like the magicalness around Christmas, is because I'd go onto all of my favorite games. The world map would be covered in snow, unless if it's Club Penguin, then it's always covered in snow. But I'd go on there. There'd be Christmas items that I could buy. There'd be Christmas like armor, and like RPGs and MMOs and stuff. I'd go on to Club Penguin, you do Coins for Change, and then you'd feel like you're actually you're doing something. And it's like there's this energy, even though those events are still going on, even in the games that I literally played as a kid, I just don't care at all. And it sucks. Like I don't know.
Sucks because I want to care. Like I really want to be excited about it, but I'm just not, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, like we were saying with the Minecraft thing, I haven't gone my way to do like cool little Christmas decorations or stuff that I might do as a kid.
We're playing on a modded server that has a Christmas mod in it where you can put up lights and Christmas trees and snowmen. Like we could do everything and it would be cute as hell. And here we are with no interest in doing that.
Yeah, literally my favorite game right now that I'm playing so much, which is Destiny 2, is having a Christmas event. And I logged on once. I was like, cool. I looked around, I saw like the snow, and I was like, damn, this is so, and then I logged off. And it's just like, I don't know why I don't care, and it makes me sad. Actually, I just got a like repressed memory. Not repressed. I don't know what the fucking term is. Random memory from my past. I know you guys haven't put like an incredible amount of time, if at all, in Brandon's case, into Grand Theft Auto Online. The game has gone to shit now, and I don't play it anymore. But when I was younger and I got that Xbox 360 for Christmas, one of the games that I begged my parents to get me afterwards was Grand Theft Auto 5, because I was like, this is so cool. And then that following year, they did a Christmas event. It was amazing, because I was playing this big world, and like I live in California, and the map was California. I was like, this is just so cool. And then I go and I log on, and the whole world's covered in snow. There's Christmas stuff, like clothes you can buy. There's Christmas trees in all your apartments. You could pick up snowballs off the ground and throw them at people.
Oh man, that would fucking sell me, bro.
It was so magical, because it was the time when like I had like friends in middle school who also had Xbox 360s, and we would all play GTA Online together and do random shit. And we went on and we just play. I remember being on Christmas Eve. We were doing like races or whatever, and we were up past midnight to when it hit Christmas Day, and we were up till like 2 a.m. just like playing, doing all the Christmas stuff together. It was just like one of the best experiences in like a Christmas event thing that I did as a kid, was that, staying up past midnight and playing the Christmas stuff in GTA Online.
That's how I felt with Club Penguin, because when I was editing the Club Penguin episode of XNOS, I was listening through all the soundtracks and stuff to use in the episode, and I stumbled across the old Christmas music they would play. And
really,
it did, and there was something like, it was just generic Christmas songs in like the Club Penguin bad audio quality format. But that was like, hearing that more than the rest of that entire episode made me miss that game hardcore. And I started scrolling through the comments, and then the top comment was, I can't explain it, but something about the week before Christmas, Club Penguin, it just hit different. And I don't know how to explain it either, but he was right.
I feel that.
More than the Christmas specials on TV, more than school, more than actual Christmas itself, like just being on Club Penguin at that time of year was weirdly magical.
Yeah, I feel that exact same way, and I also just don't know how to describe it.
I can't even, like, is it just nostalgia?
Yeah, it's just another like Club Penguin event, but for some reason it was that specific event above all the other ones. But the Halloween event, the carnival and whatever, it was that one because you'd go on, there'd be the Christmas music, everything would look all Christmassy, and then they'd have the coins for change. It gave you like a mission to do in the game because you do all the mini games and stuff, and then you donate the coins, and you were like, man, I'm like making a difference.
Yo, Team Fortress 2?
Did they have a Christmas thing?
I never played the Christmas stuff.
Really? Now that's a game that I played like for a while where I actually like saw the change, and like that was that energy that you get from all that, yeah.
I can't even call this feeling nostalgia because I'm not thinking about how I feel right now in relation to back then. I'm thinking of, like, it was such a strong emotion that I am remembering the exact way I felt sitting at the family computer in 2006 playing it. Like, I'm feeling that exact emotion when I think about it.
I agree with that.
It's not like I'm feeling nostalgic about it now. I'm literally feeling exactly what I was feeling when I was playing it then, and that's what I can't describe.
I'm trying to find the words.
And that's why Christmas isn't fun anymore.
I can't say Christmas isn't fun because, like, it's fine. It's just not magical anymore. It's just like a nice day.
Yeah, it's a cool event and an excuse to get gifts for people, and like you can watch the movie and then it's like, oh, this is cute.
I got one, guys.
He's got one.
Best Christmas movie?
Home Alone 2. Did we both say Home Alone? I do think Home Alone 1 is also really good, but I
lump 1 and 2 together because I can't pick one. I like them both so much. They're just, they're flawless
If we're
movies.
allowing the lumping, then yes, just Home Alone.
1 and 2, specifically. 3 is dog shit.
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Interesting.
It's a respectable answer. I don't agree with you, but that is my favorite Grinch. That being said, I don't love the Grinch.
Yeah, I've seen the movie maybe a total of 1 time, and I think Jim Carrey did a great job, but for some reason, as a kid, I just didn't. The Grinch was not my thing.
I definitely have problems with that movie, but like in terms of like Christmas films, it's my favorite one, and it's the one that I like appreciate the most.
Interesting.
I respect that, but I disagree.
I think that would be one that I would like if it was on. I would adamantly skip.
Well, and I respect both Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Those are great films. Those are really good movies.
Yeah. Actually, I have a hot take.
I also have a hot take.
I do not like Nightmare Before Christmas at all.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Is it? Dude, that's a big property. So many people like it.
I think maybe we both have hot takes.
I just can't watch it. Like, I don't like Tim Burton's animation style. I don't like the stop motion.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Tim Burton's style.
You know, for Halloween or for Christmas, I would not watch that movie.
I don't hate it. I don't love it either. Like, it's one that if I saw it on TV, I wouldn't watch it. Like, I just scroll past.
Yeah.
But I don't actively hate it either. My hot take is that I don't like the movie Elf.
That?
Oh, yeah, you know.
That's understandable. I don't think that's that much of a hot take.
It is, though, because everybody says it's their favorite Christmas movie. Everybody.
I think that's understandable. I mean,
it is by no means my favorite one. I do like it because I've seen it so many times. It was like a big one that I would watch as a kid, and I will watch it. If it's on, I'll probably watch it this year.
Again, I'm in the same boat. Like, it's a good movie, but it's never been a movie that I've like really, really liked.
I thought it was funny as a kid the first time I saw it. And then, you'd see it every year, 80 times after. And like, it doesn't have the same effect as Home Alone where I can just watch it over and over again and I'm okay with it. It's just always on and I never want to watch it. It's just always like, this shit again. Meanwhile, Home Alone plays more often and I'm like, yes, woo, Home Alone.
One of my honorable mentions, I'm wondering, how do you guys feel about Polar Express?
I have complicated feelings about that movie. I did not like that movie. But like, I watched it. Like, I know some people were like, oh, the CGI didn't matter to me or it looked cool. It fully put me off. Like, I couldn't, like, when I was watching it, I just couldn't, it didn't work. It just did not work.
For some reason, the CGI, it never bugged me. It doesn't give me Uncanny Valley vibes at all. it's not close enough in realism for me to get that.
But like I've seen all of the BTS stuff for that film too. So like from a technical standpoint and like watching it, like it's well composed, like it's like well written, like it's good. It's just like it's bad. It just doesn't work.
As a kid, I never noticed the animation. Like I thought it looked fine. I didn't even think about it. Even the nerdy kid didn't even question him. I loved it as a kid. I thought it was a really magical Christmas adventure. I watch it now. I still really like the story of it and the writing.
I thought it was a horror movie, guys. I'm not joking. I thought it was a horror. Like I did not like it.
There is that one scene on top of the train that freaked me out as a kid.
The one with the ghost dude.
Yeah, the dude just on the train in the blizzard with the lantern.
Like, granted, that's pretty spooky, but I think that's the point. It's just it's a ghost.
No, that's why I liked it, because like that movie put me through like a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. Like it went from happy to sad to magical to scary to magical again. I see it now and I recognize the animation is just terrible, but I still kind of like the movie.
I don't even think the animation is terrible.
Oh, but the animation isn't terrible, and like Tom Hanks played like
4 roles in the movie.
I don't know why, but the number one thing that sticks out to me about that movie was the hot chocolate, and I don't know why.
Oh yeah, the hot chocolate scene is iconic.
They just made it look so tasty. Like I really want it.
It made me want hot chocolate, even though I'm not a big fan of it.
That is one thing I can't agree with. They did land the hot chocolate.
Cole, what's your most nostalgic Christmas movie?
So I have a different answer because I don't remember watching a ton of like Christmas movies like as a kid. So I want to say the thing that stuck out more than any movie was the Christmas episodes of TV shows.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm 100% with you on that, particularly for like Disney Channel.
But even for cartoons.
What was the Disney Channel holiday block called? Was it Fall Holidays? I never really noticed the episodes of cartoons except for the Phineas and Ferb one.
Hold on, really? Christmas specials for TV shows that wasn't a big thing for you?
Oh no, it was, but not for animated shows. I didn't watch an incredible amount of animated shows, and like even ones that I like Kim Possible and stuff. I don't remember Christmas episodes of that because I just watched it when it was on, and by the time like that I was older, a little older, like 8. That Disney wouldn't be airing Kim Possible for Christmas, though. They'd be airing their live action shows and then Phineas and Ferb Save Christmas or whatever.
There was a lot for like Cartoon Network shows. Bro, for me it was Cartoon Network and Disney XD.
What was Disney XD's Christmas stuff?
They had like some Christmas, like a couple of their shows that they had on there would have like a Christmas episode or two.
I'm with both of you. The live action and the cartoon stuff got me. Like I remember the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody Christmas episode where the lady gives birth in the elevator.
Yes, I remember that so much.
Yeah, like I remember the cartoon stuff. Like we would watch SpongeBob,
yes,
and they have Christmas in Bikini Bottom, and they've never heard of Christmas, so like they try to make it up as they go. That was a great episode.
I remember the Good Luck Charlie Christmas movie, and I wish I didn't.
I don't remember it at all.
I remember too much.
I really appreciated the Proud Family's Christmas episode because it was about Hanukkah, and I knew nothing about Hanukkah, so it taught me like everything about it.
Oh yeah. Word. Hell yeah, baby. We love that education shit.
I learned about Hanukkah in kindergarten.
Yeah, like we touched on it in school, but like, I didn't really know much other than there's a candelabra with 12 candles. It was cool to get a look into another culture that I knew nothing about on the Disney Channel, of all places. Anyway, we are over my normal time for these anyway. I gotta go pack for my flight. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on today's episode. I appreciate it. Both of you have a very Merry Christmas, and everybody listening, please have a wonderful holiday, and I will see you guys soon. Ho, ho, ho.
Thanks for listening. XNOS wishes you the happiest of holidays. We'll see you in the new year.
Hey guys, I haven't showered since last year.
Wow, never heard that one before.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Games, toys, shows, and all the retro things I know. Exploiting nostalgia.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.